Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're taking a look at the Fight Club deck. Y'all know what this is. We haven't played it in a minute, but honestly, I was thinking we got a new Death Touch creatures, so why not give it a go? And this might be just the right time for this to squeeze into the metagame somewhere. The one thing I will say about this particular deck, though, is it's probably, if I were guessing, going to be weak to something like the domain control decks, because our cards, several of them, are not going to do anything to them. But outside of that, I think this might actually be pretty good. So getting into the card list, we're starting with some cut down, because we still got to deal with the early aggro stuff before we get our big Death Touchers out. Then we have some Duress. This is the one thing that could help us in some problematic matchups, but we'll see. We have some Bushwhack, so we can get those fight spells on and take some creatures out. We also have Tail Swipe. And why we're choosing fight spells instead of bite spells, we'll talk about here in a second. We do have some Go for the Throat for some extra removal. Of course, some Mosswood Dread Knight, because this card's just good if you're playing black-green. It's hard not to play this. It kind of does a little bit of everything. We are playing a couple Terra Sunder just for some flexibility spots, and it is some extra removal for creatures if necessary, but mostly here to get rid of artifacts and enchantments. We do have Liliana of the Veil, just for some extra removal and discard. But the new Death Toucher is Unstoppable Slasher. I think we've only played this in two. This might be the third deck this season we had it in. And it's actually just quality, right? You can block, it dies, it comes back. Obviously, if we Death Touch something out the way, then we get to just punch through. That's really cool, because a lot of times I'll leave some 1/1 to chump block this. So that actually is really good for us. And even to back that up, we also have Glissa, again, another Death Toucher. But Phyrexian Obliterator, this is the reason you want to have actual fight spells that your creatures trade damage versus just bite spells where your creature is the only one dealing damage. Because when this takes damage, now your opponent has to actually get rid of some stuff on their side of the battlefield. We do also have Shieldred the Apocalypse, because again, Death Touch and the abilities are just good. That's not a secret at this point. We are going to play a couple of copies of Overlord of the Belmark, just as a way to maybe help us search for our Obliterator a little bit faster. And then just one copy of Virtue of Persistence, just for some long game stuff. It's a little bit of life gain. Nothing too crazy going on here. Now, we're going to find out if our assumptions are correct. But when you get to the end of the video and you make that assessment after watching the games and you decide you want to play it, we'll have a link down in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor, where we host all of our decks and you can download them and just try them on Arena for yourself. But if you decide to play this in paper, or you want to get anything else in paper, especially with all the Foundation stuff coming out, be sure to check out TOA Magic. That's Tales of Adventure. If you use code DRAGON, DRAGN, they will save you 5% on anything on the site on your order. So you get to save some money, and you get to help your boy out here so we can keep making tons of videos. All that being said, let's go see if the Fight Club is still open for business. All right, let's keep it. Let's see what we're doing here. I think I'm doing this and just going and getting a non-damage black source, probably. Ooh. I don't know if we're prepared to deal with a Graveyard Roots deck here. This could be a little bit of a problem. I'm going to go ahead and just play this straight up. I think between Cut Down, Bushwhack, like, we might be able to be a little bit aggressive here and turn this into something. Oh, this isn't. This might just be a fairy deck. Usually when I see Dream Thief, it's just a Roots deck. Interesting. This might be the first time I played against just straight up fairies in a while. Sure. I'll even let you block. I don't mind. Yeah, that seems great. Go ahead and draw my card now. Pass the turn. That seemed like a really aggressive block. Unless they have another one, it's just because it's legendary. They're just going to throw one away, which kind of makes sense. Alright, we're taking one. They may flash something else in, so I'm just going to wait. Go ahead and go get another black source. Let's go ahead and do this since they know we have it before trying to run out this Unstoppable Slasher. And I think I'm just going to let that be it. In the turn. Yeah, exactly. That's why we were patient. Knew there was a little bit of something else there. But this is a serious actual fairy deck. Wouldn't mind finding our instant speed fight spell here, though, so we can respond to stuff once we play our slasher. Ooh, okay. Let's try this out. See what you got. Alright, kill that guy. You just got creatures left? No. Huh. Well, I guess we'll get rid of that deadly cover-up. Because I kind of want to just play this guy. And I'm going to hold this till something better comes out. I think we can deal with taking one for a couple of turns. Yep, opponent has decided they agree. Yep, you got it. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. That's a sorcerer. Yeah, it is. Alright, fantastic. Go ahead and play this. And then we'll go ahead and use this once. Man, it's been a while since I've seen an actual fairies deck, and this isn't even like it's going hardcore fairies. Realistically, I guess I'd take Liliana here. I mean, Shielded also makes sense, but they're playing sweepers and stuff. I'd rather have more backup plays. I mean, we're in pretty good shape now, all things considered. Like, yeah, that kills a guy. That's fine. Now we're cooking. Alright, let's attack. What happens if we try to play Liliana? Ooh, nothing, apparently. No like the sound of that. Let's go ahead and make us each discard. I'm going to get rid of a Bushwhack.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
And then play this guy. And take one of those. Alright. Alright, I guess that'll do it. Yes, we will keep this. It's a little bit slow, but it's not terrible. Oh, go for the throat does nothing here. I mean, kinda. Do we keep this? I don't think we do. I feel like if the first one, like if they deal with Slasher, then they deal with Obliterator, then I mean, I guess it just is what it is, you know? I need a cut down, though. Cut down would be superb. We did not get it. I was going to say, even if it was just our, the Dread Knight would have been fine, actually. Just to force them to spend mana or do something before we get to our Slasher action. Yeah, we're just taking it. Alright, we're just going to have to hope everything goes right in a turn or two. Because there's really not much else we can do. I assume this is where they will play a removal spell of some kind. If they have it. No, they're just making a body here. Wow. Well, this is weird. Okay, sure. That turn went way better than I thought it was going to go. Alright, we don't have to take any damage here. Man, if this is how I knew the game was going to sequence, I would have definitely just kept that other Obliterator on top. I mean, you're not attacking with the 3/1. So now on a future turn, I need them to make the 4-power creatures so I can tail swipe it. And I feel like on some level, we're also half hoping they don't play a Sunfall. So yeah, this is kind of a rough spot to be in. We're going to play a land. I guess I just attack with the Slasher. Force them to block with something. No need to attack with Obliterator, because that's just not worth it here, I don't feel like. Okay. We play this. Make us each discard one.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me.
I'm probably just discarding this Land of War Waste.
Of your secrets.
Alright, here's hoping. I mean, they obviously need another white, or they would have played the Enduring Innocence a while ago. Okay, Dollmaker Shop. We're not too afraid of that. Downside, does allow them to make extra tokens. Not cool for us. Alright. Gonna activate one. Gonna activate the other. Alright. Target creature gonna fight. Now, they might still have to, like, deal 2 damage to a thing and it gets exiled, whatever. But, alright. That's enough for them to give up. Whoo! What are we doing with this? I think we're mulliganing this. This is too slow. Ugh, still picked up the double obliterators here. I think we gotta go with this. And then we're just gonna go hunt for some swamps. Cool. Always a little concerning when you see a desert, because I don't know if that means they're doing desert things, or are they just playing a desert because they need the multicolor land. This seems fine-ish. Let's draw a card. Okay. I almost played the forest, and now I'm wishing I would have, so I could play this tapped and still get this into play. What do I want to do here? I guess we're going to go with this. So if they have removal, it doesn't really kill it, and they have to waste 2 on it, which is fine. Or that. They just get rid of it the easy way. Alright, picking up a Tail Swipe's not bad here. And the turn. Want to exile this guy too? Bloodletter. Well, that's a nice hit for us, isn't it? As long as I make sure to play the right lands. So we play this first. And then this gets to gobble that up. Leave them with 2 lands. No demon action for you, friend. And attack for 3. Alright. And this might just be one of those very, like, removal-heavy demon decks. So, if it is, we're not in too bad a shape. I kind of wanted to attack with our land here. But I think duressing is relevant. Force them to kill the Obliterator now if they have it. They have a cut down and they have a grievous wounds. Can't gain life. If we dealt damage, we lose half their life. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I guess you just have a cut down. Whatever. Like, I just don't want to bother with the other card. Just like, sure. Play this dude tapped in the turn. I mean, because really, if they play the Archfiend, like, we just attack for 5. Sure. Actually, if we attack with our creature land, They block that. They take 8 and they're at 1? Do we die? We would take 12? I don't think there's a way we die here. I was like, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, wait. That's not true. Because if they block, we go to 14. They could kill this. We go to 12, and then that would kill us. That's actually bad. So, yeah, we actually can't. We can only attack with this. Oh, I almost messed up. Yeah, because if they have... I mean, they would need an untapped black source, but no need to put ourselves in a position where we lose the game. If I had another land untapped where I could immediately, like, sack the food, I probably wouldn't have been as scared about it. But, yeah, this could have created a situation where we lose. Actually, no, we still lose anyway, right? If they had it, because we would have lost 4 instead of 2. Yeah, so I guess we were in bad shape either way. I just hadn't thought about it. Yeah, we win here, though. Okay. Sure. We need to find some 2-mana things, but we'll see what happens. Alright. Swamp coming up. That's not the worst thing. The rest. So we have Rakta. What is even go? Oh, I see. You're trying to do some tricky stuff here with this Oculus. Okay. I mean, I almost took Chart, of course, which I probably should have. Because they didn't have even have black or red mana for this, so I'm kind of wondering what their plan is. They're just tricking it into play somehow, I'm imagining. But we'll see. Alright, try to attack. Soul Partition. Yeah, that works. Unfortunately, I did not find a land this turn, which I desperately needed because that would have been the place to play one of these big creatures I've got. Okay, so they're still just like the Reanimator combo pile, just happens to be playing Oculus. Alright, I see what's up. Well, if they already got their card, they have the pieces in the yard then. Yeah, they haven't drawn one yet, so... Or haven't flipped one yet, so I'm assuming if they have one, it's in hand. This is unfortunate. Yeah, sure, I guess. I don't even know. No. Yeah, they're just digging for the combo piece now. Like, if they have it, they have it. I mean, we've drawn so badly and missed a land drop and then got a tap land, so we're kind of just up against it here. Helping hand to get an Oculus. Yep. Good news is, that's all they had. So we get to try to kill this? Okay. This is tough because we know they're playing the thing that exile stuff, so I'd rather do this. Make them deal with this singular card. They're just going to bounce it, I guess. And we'll just fight over this, since they don't know that this is kind of the other part of what we're trying to do. And see if we can get sneaky with it. I don't know that we can. Alright, cool. They got their combo. We're done. Ooh. This is tough. I guess I'm gonna keep it. And the weird thing is, I'm actually still gonna go search just for a swamp. Because my mindset here is I'm gonna draw a card, I'm gonna flip stuff, and I want to make sure I'm still able to cast Obliterator when we need to. I don't think it's worth going in a force just to have a Dread Knight available. Especially since I have another play. I mean, I can't keep it a secret forever that we're a mono black deck, but that's always a thing to think about. Well, there you go. There's that. Alright, so we got our fight spell. We got 4 mana. We can start thinking about what future turns look like. Oh, a Liliana, though. Well, I guess we go ahead and do this and play this guy. I mean, it can obviously die to a bunch of stuff, and we'd be okay with that. I was thinking, though, they might Liliana up here, but they didn't. This is very interesting. And they could kill it, but chose not to. What does this all mean? Alright, I guess we Liliana and +1, discarding Terra Sunder? Yeah, okay. We'll get a black mana. I mean, I guess I have to go get a green land here, though. But that's fine. I'll go ahead and just use the Overlord. Matter of fact, I might just discard... Oh, they needed green mana, too. Funny. I was going to say, I might just discard Obliterator now. And then just pick it up with the Overlord. Since they gave me the extra mana, effectively. Alright, yeah, opponent says that's enough. Wait, our opponent never played a spell that game. Maybe they really needed green mana, I don't know. That games like that are weird, because I don't know what that means. Okay, let's keep it. Hopefully we can draw out of this. Kept a little bit of an iffy hand, but we'll see. That is helpful. Though thinking about it, I probably should just search for a land there. Because I'm not going to have a good chance to do it otherwise now. Yeah, that's probably a mistake. I probably should have searched for a swamp when I had the chance to. With the Bushwhack. Because then I'd already have the other land in hand and I'd be able to play it with the Obliterator. Because, I mean, I could have cut down something, but I don't think it was that important, realistically. Yeah, that's fine. It does a thing. Oh, well, that's cute. Could tail swipe, tail swipe? That's still only a 5 toughness thing. What if, though, I cut down this? Okay, so opponent doesn't have anything. That's good to know. Oh, there it is. Here's the thing they have. Return target creature's owner's herald, so veil 2. Alright, well I get to do this anyway, so that's cool. Still off that. Then that comes back. Then we go search for the land. Alright, so as this played out, it worked out anyway, just not the way we intended for it to. Okay. I mean, we got about as good as we could have out of that turn, all things considered. Come on, untapped anything, actually. Just an untapped land here. Come on. Ah, we were so close. We were so close. Okay, what do we need to do here then? I guess we just have to play it, and if they have an answer, they have an answer. If we'd have gotten untapped land here, I think the game was over. Because we'd have just fought an Oculus, and they'd have lost everything else. Well, except for, like, one land. Now they're just looking for something to deal with the Obliterator. If they get it, we're toast. Or a bounce spell, really, is also good for them. Alright, we're at 7. And another Djinn. What's the best thing we do? We fight one of these. They lose 6. They probably keep the flyers. We have to find another fight spell on top, basically. Alright. Oh, they have a bounce spell anyway? Yeah, we can't win. Alright, they got it. That's a good example where just missing a land drop on a turn was a difference in the game. If I'd had an untapped land, we literally don't lose. Because we don't have it, we actually couldn't win. Like, that's how small the margins are sometimes. I am going to keep this. Don't know if it's the right call. Because his hand's very, very slow. Ugh. Well, at least we have one removal spell. Like, that'll buy us some amount of time. I don't know how much. I mean, there is a world, though, like, if we were to draw the Dread Knight, we could maybe go for throat something, then Dread Knight fight something, and that would be, like, the next best thing. Alright, that's not terrible. I'm just going to do this now. Before they have a chance to play a protective spell or something. Because they are playing stuff that gives hexproof. And I'm a big proponent against these types of red-based decks that sometimes you just kill all the threats before they can respond, and then just have a pile of cards in hand with nothing to target. Alright, you got a mouse. So sadly, now I think we have to wait to play our removal spell. So I think what we're going to do here is go ahead and go search. Go get another swamp. And end the turn. I mean, they might not have a thing. They might have a thing. I don't know. I mean, our plan anyways, eventually just hope to hit another black source and play Phyrexian Obliterator. But there's not a lot we can do. Obviously, try to get them to respond, and then we try to respond. Alright, we just take the 8. Like, it's a risky move, but that play basically tells me they have the protective spell, so we're just going to go ahead and do this now. Okay, it was a tie bar stand, but same difference. Okay, that actually works out. That's not terrible. I thought it was going to be the thing to put a +1/+1 on it, but it's all good. Alright, still same situation. If we can get an untapped black source, we're probably pretty well off here. Close deck. Close. Think here we go ahead and get rid of one tail swipe. Just cost them anything in hand. End the turn. We're pretty well set now. Well, that's not true. They could also have another Tyvar stand. Okay, didn't matter. But you know, kind of to the point we were talking about, we only really had to kill 2 creatures. And then their deck did nothing. Sometimes that's what happens. They have to play so many things to pump their creatures up that just pick them off when you can and where you can. And then you're usually good after that. Sure, we'll keep this. I mean, we get all of our information, so we know if we need to... Oh. Heartfire, Slick Shot. Alright. Let's, Get lost is annoying, but I think we're okay. Like, we'd rather them not be able to protect something when we want to kill it. Their hand doesn't have any pump spells at the moment. So let's go ahead and just get rid of this while we can. I mean, we won't get to keep our Shieldred versus the Get Lost. That's tough, but, you know, gotta live with it. They're trying to load up some instants over there, which makes sense. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play this. Oh, I can't like that. That would be silly. Yeah, that's a problem, huh? I guess we do it anyway. I mean, their hand, they might have just drawn all pump spells here, too. You know, that's also possible, that we could just die on this turn. Yep. Well, they had to tap for that one, so that's fine. Another pump spell, though. That counts. Alright. Can we find our cut down? Or not cut down. Go for the throat. That's what I meant. Deck, see, you knew. You know exactly what I was talking about. Let's go ahead and... None of these give ward. Alright, just had to double check. Go ahead and get our attack in. In the turn. So we dealt with the first two threats. What else is there? Though at this rate, we might actually hit a Virtue of Persistence. Get that down. It usually doesn't matter in this matchup. Alright, there's another Slick Shot. Got a pump spell to go with. It looks like they do. Oh, no, they don't. So they're just going to kill this now. All right, fair enough. Still lets them get in for 3 here. That's not nothing. So now we're kind of put in a position that I feel like we sort of have to go for it. And I guess I'll take 1 non-damage green source. Could matter. And this is just, do you have another Get Lost, I guess. Ugh, didn't want that other land, though. Oh, they do have it? Oh, how sick. Hey, you draw it, you draw it. Good job, opponent. Alright, we're at 8. I mean, I kind of have to do it. I just got to go to 7. Oh, that's rough. Ooh, Obliterator with nothing to back it up, though. That's tough. Oh, no! We just drew lands. Oh, this might be it. Okay, that doesn't kill us. Oh, no! What's going on? Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and use this first. I mean, hell, at least give us our creature land. That would have been exciting. I mean, here's our other thing, right? Do we just play the Virtue and hope they don't draw? I mean, I guess that's our option, right? And just hope we don't die? Ugh. Yep, they get to draw a card. I don't know how we're not dead here. Do a billion different things. But yeah, I mean, we'll do what we can. Alright, we're not dead. I mean, I could get a blocker from their side, which would be nice. I think, though, we have to get Shieldred. Okay, this maybe we're onto a little something here. Can we draw a fight spell? No, we cannot. Oh, gosh. Man, this is so tense. I guess I have to just play this. I mean, I guess we get to play both of them. I mean, sadly, we still die to several things, but, I mean, we just have to hope they don't get it. Okay, that does let them draw a card, though, so they have another shot at it. And what is that card? Oh, if it pumps the Heartfire hero. Yeah. That's tough. Because now the hero getting block's just going to end up with us dead. We don't even have a choice. Yep. Opponent drew top deck the right card at the right time. Man, if we'd had one more life. One more life. Yep. Unfortunately, we do not get to draw a card there. Okay, sure. I mean, no idea if these removal spells are going to be important, but I hope they are. Alright, at least we could deal with the Deep Cavern Bats. There's that. Yep, that's the right call. Pass the turn. Got another bat. It's been a minute since I got double batted. I'm probably due for it. Alright. I guess we'll kill it now then. Or at least try to. Because I'm sure they also are holding up removal. And we're not going to do anything about it. Alright, I guess we have a Liliana after we flipped 3 land. Oh, that is brutal. We're kind of okay with that, all things considered. Like, flipping 3 land, though, hurts a lot. Well, we got a tap land here. At least we get to use this. Bad part is, they know the bulk of our hand, so they can kind of play around a lot of stuff right now. Well, welcome back, Deep Cavern Bat. Oh, really? You wouldn't just take the cut down? That's a little weird, right? Like, I feel like they know something we don't. Because why else take the cut down? Or why not take the cut down? Alright. In the turn? I mean, I can instant speed kill the bat whenever. But I have to assume you have a way to deal with Glissa. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm not sure I understood this sequence. But I guess it doesn't ultimately matter. Not greatly, anyway. Yeah, let's take a look at their hand. Alright, well, we'll take the only thing we can take. At least we know what's over there now. They're going to lose one of those. I'll just discard a tail swipe.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Okay. That is a real problem. Let's draw. Ah, well, that's tough. Let's make us each discard.
You won't be outside.
Get rid of that. I mean, if they turn that into treasure, whatever. Ghost Vacuum, sure. I mean, the problem is with them having no creatures, we can't tail swipe anything here. The good news is, though, we can ultimately use Liliana and force them to either have lands or non-lands. This costs 6, right? So they could do that in response to us Liliana the next turn. Fair. So now I'm kind of in a situation of how important is it for us to hold on to this Obliterator? I don't think that... I'm actually going to do this. And just take out this. Probably get rid of that. Because I don't have... I mean, I have one as well, but whatever. So now the question is, do I Liliana And am I worried about them having a bat? Because I could discard Tail Swipe, but then they make the 1/1 bat take our Obliterate. I guess we don't care. I think we're into that.
I'm tired.
And this is just, if you have it, you have it situation. Oh, they drew the bit. Are you kidding?
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
Damn. How lucky. But, hey, those are the breaks. I tried to set up a big turn. Opponent had other ideas, obviously. Sure, let's go with this. I mean, you gonna top deck another removal on me? The sad part is, their little creature just becomes a 1/1, so even if it blocks an Obliterator, it's only for one thing. Alright, that helps. Alright. In the turn. So now if they just top deck a land here, we have lethal. But nope, looks like they got a real spell. It was a Liliana. Fair enough.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come
Alright.
for answers. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
We'll draw, or gain life, not draw a card. We're going to go ahead and get our taxis on here. Let's get, I don't know. Let's get this guy. Alright.
Fun when they hit back.
I mean, if they just keep drawing hot, they draw hot. Like, what are you going to do, you know? At some point, you just got to give it to them. Okay, they gave up. Whew. Alright, so looking at everything, believe it or not, I think the weakest card in the deck was actually Overlord of the Baelmerks. Because, like, even if we played it early, we weren't really doing much with it. And, like, maybe once it mattered that it actually got something relevant back, I think we'd rather just have, like, another Glissa and maybe even another Duress might just be better than the Overlords. Because Glissa just does a lot of work in here, you know, still works with our fight spells. Duress can still be used against the, like, enchantment space decks or whatever, so that's fine. And I think that helps us out a little bit. Otherwise, I don't know if there's a whole lot to change here. We don't have a ton of creatures. I mean, we have 16, so it's not like it's a small number. And some of those are, like, unstoppable slashers that, you know, do come back. So there's that working for us. But overall, the deck does what you want it to do. I just don't know if any longer this is the best version of Golgari, right? We have big Golgari Midrange that's playing like the green and the black Overlords that are ramping up your mana. I think those are good. I think we also have access to just the control Golgari that are trying to kill you with the Planeswalkers, right? I think that's actually still playable. I think this is okay, but it's mostly going to be good when you're facing other creature decks, right? I think when you're facing non-creature decks, it's going to be a lot less exciting. And I think that's something you kind of have to just keep in mind whenever you play this type of deck. Because part of your game plan is your opponent needs to have creatures out, right? If they don't, then things don't go the way you want. So that's a little tough, but I think if you do enjoy that, the deck's still playable. And if you have an older version of this, I mean, the only new card I think we're playing is Unstoppable Slasher. I'm looking across at it, I'm like, yeah, I think that's the only new card. Everything else are things that already existed. So, pretty easy deck to update if you've liked this and play the old versions. But we have 2 Cut Down, 3 Duress, 2 Bushwhack, 4 Tail Swipe, 4 Go for the Throat, 4 Mosswood Dread Knight, 2 Terra Sunder, 2 Liliana of the Veil, 3 Unstoppable Slasher, 3 Glissa Sunslayer, 4 Phyrexian Obliterator, 2 Shield of the Apocalypse, 1 Virtue of Persistence. Then we have 6 Swamp, 2 Forest, 4 Blooming Marsh, 4 Llanowar Waste, 4 Restless Cottage, 2 Underground Mortuary, and 3 Fabled Passage. But yeah, having a good time with this, but we're not far from Foundations dropping, which means we're going to be playing a ton of that here soon. If you want to get caught up, we have a ton of content we've done on the channel with a couple of other creators. You should check those out and just kind of see what we're talking about. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.